How Elsbeth's latest episode tied in with Katy Perry, the Catholic Church and a real estate deal gone wrong. Last week's episode of Elsbeth took a holy turn, as a murder mystery unfolded after a pop star tried to buy a convent. Now that story, while wild, might actually sound familiar to you. That's because a decade ago, Katy Perry wound up in a real estate deal gone wrong after she tried to buy a convent. So, it makes sense that people are connecting this episode of the popular CBS mystery to the singer's debacle with the Catholic Church. Now, the episode of Elsbeth that aired on the 2025 TV schedule on November 22nd featured a pop star character who was seemingly inspired by many of the biggest women in pop music. Meanwhile, the mystery itself seems to draw a distinct parallel to a real estate fiasco Katy Perry was in back in 2015. In this episode of Elsbeth titled, "And Then There Were Nuns," Mother Constance, Diane Wiest, learns that her convent is being sold to the pop star Elijah Jade Lindsay Normington. So, the nun decides to kill the singer by getting her up to the top of the bell tower and making sure she gets hit by the bell and knocked off the building. Other elements of this episode show which pop stars Elijah was inspired by, like Taylor Swift, Madonna and Kesha. Plus, her evil producer, Shane Sills Ben Chase, had the energy of folks like Scott Borchetta, who was infamously involved in the sale of Taylor Swift's masters. However, the whole reason why this story involves nuns seems to be tied to a crazy situation Katy Perry was part of years ago, so let's break that down. A decade ago, the fireworks singer tried to buy a former convent in Los Angeles. The Sisters of the Most Holy and Immaculate Heart of the Blessed Virgin Mary lived there from 1970 to 2011, per the New York Times, and the complex was built in 1927. Then, in 2015, Archbishop José Gómez agreed to sell the property to Katy Perry for $14.5 million, per NPR. Meanwhile, the sisters tried to sell it to restaurateur Dana Hollister. That proposal included Hollister paying $15.5 million, and it happened before the pop star sale was done. The sisters were concerned they wouldn't profit from the deal with the Roar singer, and ultimately, this all led to a big legal battle. In July of 2015, Perry and Gómez sued Hollister, and a judge didn't let her deal go through. So, that invalidated Hollister's plan, and the pop star went on with hers. However, the fight continued in court. In 2017, the Archdiocese ordered Hollister to pay the attorney fees. She declared bankruptcy, and then, as she went to bankruptcy court in 2018, Sister Catherine Rose Holzman, who was loud about her disapproval of Perry buying the former convent, died during the court proceeding. According to AD, it's unknown who owns the property now. So, that story from that started a decade ago is quite wild, and as you can see, Elsbeth's story seems inspired by it. Now, to go back and watch the episode that was seemingly tied to this real estate deal between Katy Perry and the Catholic Church, you can stream it on Paramount+. Then, make sure to catch new episodes of Elsbeth as they air every Thursday at 10 p.m. on CBS.